Welcome back to Insightful Gaming, where we deliver the best builds, strategies, and tips to keep you dominating in Destiny 2. Today, we're diving into an unstoppable Void Warlock build that's all about infinite abilities, explosive damage, and survivability. If you're tired of running out of grenades or struggling to survive in high-end content, this build is going to change the way you play. Whether you're farming Vanguard Nightfalls, pushing through Legend-lost sectors, or tackling seasonal activities, this setup is designed to keep your abilities up, your enemies down, and your Guardians standing strong no matter what comes your way. If you enjoy builds like this, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more guides. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. What builds are you running right now? And what should we cover next? Now, let's get into it. Let's start with the exotic armor that makes this entire build possible. Nezarec's Sin. This exotic helmet comes with the Abyssal Extractors perk, which grants increased ability recharge rates whenever you get Void damage kills. This is the foundation of the build, turning every Void ability and weapon kill into more grenades, more melees, and more healing rifts. It's the key to keeping our abilities rolling and our enemies overwhelmed. With Nezarec's Sin equipped, you're not just using abilities, you're spamming them. Void kills power up your entire ability loop, making this helmet a must-have for any Warlock looking to dominate the battlefield with endless grenades and rifts. Once Abyssal Extractors are active, every Void kill feeds energy straight back into your abilities, letting you overwhelm enemies and keep your health and damage flowing non-stop. Next, let's talk about the primary weapon that takes this build to the next level, Graviton Lance. This exotic Void Pulse Rifle is perfect for add clear and ability synergy. Its Black Hole perk delivers high damage precision shots, while Cosmology causes enemies to explode and send Void projectiles flying at nearby targets. These explosions don't just deal damage, they chain into more kills, fueling Nezarec's Sin and triggering ability cooldowns. Graviton Lance pairs beautifully with this build, turning small kills into massive explosions and keeping your abilities charged for the next fight. This synergy allows the weapon to act as a catalyst for ability spam, as each kill creates more opportunities for explosions and ability regeneration. The Cosmology perk is especially deadly in dense encounters, where enemies cluster together, allowing Void energy to spread and wipe out entire groups in seconds. Combining this with Nezarec's Sin creates an unstoppable loop of grenades, rift healing, and crowd control. For abilities, we're leaning into Void Walker's natural strengths. Healing Rift is our go-to-class ability, offering instant sustain and survivability in every situation. It's perfect for staying alive in the heat of battle and recharging abilities when under fire. Pocket Singularity is our melee ability, sending enemies flying and making them volatile. It also synergizes well with the build's focus on Void explosions, creating even more chances for kills and ability cooldowns. For grenades, we're using Vortex grenades, amplified by Chaos Accelerant, which lets us overcharge them for greater damage and crowd control. With this setup, your abilities don't just deal damage, they dominate the battlefield. Now, let's talk about the two aspects that make this build unstoppable. First, we're using Feed the Void, which grants Devour when you get a kill with a Void ability. Devour restores health on every kill and refreshes its duration, keeping you alive while fueling your abilities through Nezarec's Sin. It rewards aggressive gameplay and lets you push forward without worrying about staying alive. The second aspect, Chaos Accelerant, supercharges your grenades. Holding down the grenade button overcharges them, making Vortex grenades deadlier and longer lasting. These grenades deal massive damage over time, trap enemies, and apply Weaken when paired with Echo of Undermining. Combined with mods like Grenade Kickstart, Chaos Accelerant ensures your grenades are always ready to clear waves of enemies and fuel ability cooldowns. Together, these aspects create an endless loop of healing, grenade spam, and explosive damage, turning you into a walking Void powerhouse. Now, let's dive into the fragments that make this build even more powerful. First, we're using Echo of Provision, which grants melee energy whenever you deal damage with grenades. This creates an incredible feedback loop where grenades fuel melee cooldowns, ensuring Pocket Singularity is always available when you need it. Next, we're running Echo of Exchange, which gives grenade energy whenever you land melee final blows. Paired with Echo of Provision, this fragment locks grenades and melee abilities into a constant cycle, making it nearly impossible to run out of either ability. The third fragment is Echo of Undermining, which makes void grenades weaken enemies. This adds utility to the build, turning grenades into tools for debuffing tougher enemies and setting up devastating follow-up attacks with Graviton Lance. It also helps champions and mini-bosses melt faster, making it perfect for high-end content like Nightfalls. Finally, we're using Echo of Remnants, which makes void grenades last longer. Longer-lasting grenades mean more crowd control, more debuffs, and more kills to fuel Nezarec's sin, keeping your abilities charged and your enemies overwhelmed. These fragments tie the build together, ensuring grenades and melee abilities are always cycling and maximizing the damage and control you bring to every fight. Now let's talk about the armor mods that take this build to the next level. On the helmet, we're running Harmonic Siphon to generate orbs of power from void weapon kills, which pairs perfectly with Graviton Lance's chain explosions. Ashes to Assets generates bonus super energy from grenade kills, speeding up Nova Bomb recharge for heavy damage bursts. Dynamo provides additional super energy when casting Healing Rift near enemies, keeping the cycle of abilities and damage constant. For gauntlets, Momentum Transfer reduces melee cooldowns when grenades deal damage. Grenade Kickstart refunds grenade energy after each throw, and Focusing Strike restores Rift energy when dealing melee damage, ensuring abilities are always ready. On the chest, Charged Up increases the number of armor charges we can carry. Void Resistance reduces incoming void damage, and Harmonic Resistance further protects against void attacks, giving us durability and high-end content. For leg mods, Absolution reduces all ability cooldowns when picking up orbs of power. Innovation reduces grenade cooldowns specifically when grabbing orbs, and Orbs of Restoration provides energy to our weakest ability. This keeps grenades, melee, and Healing Rift always available. Finally, on the Warlock Bond, Bomber reduces grenade cooldowns when using Healing Rift. Distribution lowers all cooldowns when using the Rift near enemies, and Reaper generates orbs of power after weapon kills following class ability use. These mods complete the ability loop, keeping grenades, melee, and Rift energy flowing throughout any encounter. This Void Warlock build is a powerhouse for Vanguard playlists, Nightfalls, and seasonal activities. With infinite grenade uptime, devastating void explosions, and unmatched survivability through Devour, it's perfect for clearing ads, locking down champions, and pushing through endgame content. Whether you're farming high-end loot, running strikes, or tackling seasonal challenges, this setup has everything you need to dominate the battlefield. If you found this guide helpful, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more Destiny 2 build videos. Let us know what builds you're running in the comments, and we might feature your ideas in future videos. Thanks for watching Insightful Gaming, and as always, stay sharp, Guardian. Eyes up.